start with the break and continue. Then we'll go to discuss about objects and the classes. So first thing, if you know this thing, if this is a for loop equal to 1 to 100, let's consider 100 less than 1. This loop will continue from 1 to 100. So here, so how can we write the condition to if I want to get out of the loop after running 50? So what condition I have to write? So to use break statement, you please remember you have to write a if condition. If that, for example, if this condition equal to if I equal to 50, you have to write a condition. And if you want statement, you can directly write here break. No need to create a the parenthesis. So that means if he and here you are going to write printf print I. So print I, this is the program. So for this loop will continue from I to 100. So it will print every time all the value. So when this condition I value equal to 50, so at that time this break break statement will execute and the loop is going to stop here. And after 50 it is not going to run. So you know this thing for break. So here today one another case and for continue exactly in the same case. If you are going to use continue, so what will happen? If you are going to use continue here, for example, in place of break, if I write continue, what will happen here? Anyone? It was break, that's why you get out of the loop. Now I am writing here continue. If this I equal to 50 and continue here, then what will happen? Any idea?
Then it will stay inside the loop, but it will not print.
And then see what will happen for this condition. See, it will print from 1 to up to 50, 1, 2, 3, up to 50, up to 49, it will print. So when the value of I equal to 50 at the time, this condition true. If part true means after if this line in this continue keyword, yes.
50 is not print and
the 50 is not going to print. So what will happen after that inside the loop? Once it encounter the continue statement, after this continue, what are the statement, what are the instruction key statements are there, it is not going to run. So what will happen? It will directly get out of the loop, and it will continue after the 50. Means after this condition, the I value will increase, and it will continue from I value from 51. So it is not going to write here print 50. So from 51, 52 again this will continue. So that thing, the difference between break and continue is, if a break is there, after this condition satisfied, the loop is going to stop. It is not going to execute again. But in case of continue, if you want to, it means you are not going to write particular. If you want for this condition, if you want for this condition, this loop is not going to execute. But for other condition, the loop is going to execute. So at that time you can use continue. So continue to exclude, to skip some part of the loop, you can use continue. So if you want to, for example, you want to write 1 to 1000. So what you want in the middle, you want to skip some value, you don't want to print some value. So in that type cases, you have to write the condition, some condition you have to write. So condition is that, yes. So in this kind of condition, you can use continue. So this is the simple thing you already studied in C programming. So but here one thing, new thing I'm going to discuss here for break and continue. If this is one loop, it is okay. If I write another loop, okay, I'm writing here. So here two loop is there. 1, 2 for let this is a 3, small loop 3, and this is also I less than 3, I plus plus. This is the outer loop, this is the inner loop. So what will happen in this case? So in this case, if I write the condition is if I greater than, or j greater than I, so what will happen in this type of case? Break. So this is a program. Okay, this is so what will happen in this case? For first I equal to 1, j equal to 1. In this case, this condition true. Yes, this is not I not less than j. So at that, in this case, If you want to print, you can outside. I can write this statement, not here. Here, print I plus j. So what it will print? First I equal to 1. For I equal to 1, j equal to 1. After it will come inside. Now here j equal to also 1. Okay. So j equal to 1. So and this condition it is going to check I less than j. This condition true or false? Both are equal. True or false?
False.
False means this break part is not going to run. So it is come after it is come to the print statement. So it will print the value I value equal to 1 and the j value equal to 1. Then again the loop inner loop is going to run. For remember for the outer loop the inner loop will run 3 from 1 to 2 times it is going to run. So again next in I equal to 1 is there. For j now going to increase to 2. In this second it is coming inside. I less than now 1 less than 2. So here condition is true. If condition true, the break statement is going to run. Okay, break statement going to run means this line is not going to print. So from here it will come outside of this inner loop. So direct now this is not going to execute anything. Then again after that I value will increase by j value will increase by 1. So it will be 3. 3 means j less than 3. This condition not going to run. So after that, when the inner loop execute totally from I equal to 1 to 2, then our outer loop is going to increase. Now I value was 1. Now I value is going to 2. Okay. So now again for every time for one value for I, j value will execute 2 times. Now again j will start from 1. So here 2 less than 1. This is a condition true or false?
False.
So false means this break is not going to execute. So print statement will execute. So here on the screen it will print I value equal to 2 and j value equal to 1. Now this loop is again going to continue. Now here this time j value equal to increase by 1. Now 2. So it will come inside. Now I equal to 2 and j equal to 2. So this condition also both are equal. This condition also false. So this break statement is not going to run. Again it will is going to print 2 2. So after that this inner loop is going to stop and outer loop is going to this outer loop also going to stop. So on the screen 3 value is going to print. This 3 value is going to, this is the normal operation happening in the break. So what happened if we did not use break? So all the value is going to print means 1 1 1 2 2 1 2 2. But I control this condition. So I control this condition using this if statement with the break. So that's why this loop will run 4 times. But particular if this condition satisfy that particular condition, this loop is not going to. I think this is for continue. This is for okay, no, right. This is for inner loop is going to stop. This is right. So this break part is okay. This break part is okay. This is related to break. Now, what will happen? I want to stop here. I don't want to run 4 times. I want to stop this condition. Stop the whole operation if this condition satisfied. So how to do? Let me write. This is the one condition. So the same loop I'm going to run. I equal to 1, I less than 2, 3, I plus plus. The same loop I'm going to do here for j plus plus. So here what at that case 4 times the loop executed 4 times. But here what I'm going to do? The same thing I'm going to do here. Break. What I want to do here? I want to get. I want to. Yes, okay. So what will happen now? This is exactly same as that program. So this will execute 4 times. 4 times, but for this condition, it is not going to print. Okay. So what will happen now? What I want to do? I want to stop the execution. I want to get out of the both loop, means the total outer loop. So in that case, what you have to do? You have to use one labeling. You have to do labeling. For example, I have to labeling this outer. Just put a column. So this loop now outer it is labeled. If you in C, I think you know that go to statement. Basically, this go to particularly using this kind of labeling, and you have to write before for loop outer colon and after that for loop. And here I can label this inner. If you know that by default, if this condition true, you are going to get out of the inner loop. But if you want to get out of the total outer loop, so here you have to write break outer. So now what will happen for I equal to 1, it will come inside. Now j equal to 1, it will come inside here, condition going to check. So I less than j, this condition false. So this break statement is not going to execute this time. So this is going after that, this condition, the print statement is going to run. So output equal to 1 and 1. So after that, this inner loop is going to run again. So I value, j value is going to increase by 1. So j now 2, I equal to 1, but j here will run 2 times. So here j equal to 2. So now come inside. Now I1, j2, this condition satisfied. So break outer. That means what will happen here? We are not going to get out of the inner loop. Here written outer means you are going totally out of the here. Means the both loop is going to end. Then the program is not going to continue again. So this is the condition for break. So this thing you did not study in C programming. Here this is advantage you can use. So I think you understand this thing. And same thing for continue. You just change here continue. Any doubt? Any doubt? Ask me, otherwise I will go.
No, sir.
So this is only the same break, same continue. What is available in C programming? Only you have to labeling here. You can write some programming by doing labeling. And this is the thing. Everything same.